Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. So we are going to be looking at the binomial expansion by the Pascal's triangle. So how does it go? So just as the name entails, so the Pascal's triangle, it is a triangle with coefficients. So this is the way it goes. So you write one outside, then you begin with just one single one, then outside you're going to write two ones like that. So 1 plus 1 is 2. Then you are here. So 1, you write ones outside. 1 plus 2, that will be a 3. 2 plus 1, that will be a 3. You move on like that. You write ones outside again. 1, 1. Then you're going to have 1 plus 3, that will be 4. 3 plus 3, that will be 6. 3 plus 1, that will be 4, like that. The next one, you write ones outside. You're going to have 1 plus 4, it will be 5. 4 plus 6, that will be 10. This plus this will be 10. This plus this will be 5. The next one, it will be 1 outside, 1 outside. You're going to have 1 plus 5, that will be 6. This plus this, it will be 15. This plus this, it will be 20. This plus this, it will be 15. This plus this, it will be 6. You continue like that. So let's use the Pascal's triangle to expand this. So if we have our x plus y, let's say a simple one, plus y to the power of 2. So this one, to expand this, we know that the approach is, this is the same as having x plus y times x plus y. That's the meaning of squared. Then this x multiplies everything, so it will be x plus y. Then we have plus our y, open brackets, this x plus our y, like that. So our x times x, it will be x squared. X times y, it will be xy. X times y, it will be xy, like that. Y times y, it will be y squared, like that. So this is going to give us our x squared plus xy plus xy, it will be 2 xy plus our y squared, like that. So this will be our x plus y to the power of 2. So now, using the binomial expansion, the power is 2. So every time you have, if the power is 2, you are going to have 2 terms. If the power is 0, you are going to have 1 term. So 1 term, like this, is 1 term. So since the power is 2, we have 1, 2, 3 terms. So that is the same approach we are going to be using to find the binomial expansion. So we are going to write our coefficients 1, 1, 1, 2. So we are just going to end at the one that is having 2 if the power is 2. So for this one, where we have our x plus our y, we are going to have, this should be equal to, we are going to get a value that is equivalent to, you are going to write your x, you attach it with y. So you can observe how I'm leaving space. You're going to write your x, leave space y. You're going to write your x, leave space y. So you are adding like that. Then the power is 2, so you are going to write power 2 to the first number. You are going to drop power 2, power 1 until power 0. Then for this one, you begin at 0, 1, and 2, like that. Then put the coefficients. So 1 will be put there. We are going to have our 1. You get your 2, you put it here. We are going to have 2. We are going to have 1, like that. So this will be your x squared y, because x squared, because y to the power 0 is 1. If you want, you can put 1, but 1 won't change anything. 1 times this, it's just the 1 there, but this won't change anything. So you will just write your x squared like that. Then you have plus, you have your 2 there. Then you have your x to the power 1 is x, y to the power 1 is y. So we are going to have plus, we have our y squared, like that. So we are going to have our x plus y. Then we have our squared, like that. So this is our value. So with this value, we are going to get our answer, like that. Now this may look useless for lower powers instead of you just expanding, but the binomial expansion is very, very, very cardinal for you to correctly expand and accurately expand. So let's switch things up. Let's look at the question. Let's say you have you are required to expand your x plus, you have your 2y, like that, to the power of 3. So using the binomial expansion, you're going to say your x, then you're going to write your 2y like that, then you have plus your x, you're going to write your 2y like that, then you're going to write your x, you're going to write your 2y like that, until, since the power is 3, you should have 4 terms, so you are going to write your x, 2y like that. Then reduce the powers. Power 3, power 3, power 2, power 1, power 0, power 0, power 1, power 2, power 3 like that. Then what you are going to do is put the coefficients. So since the power is 3, we write 1, 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 1. So these are the coefficients we are going to put. So 1 here, the next one is 3, the next one is 3, the next one is 1. So we are going to get a value that is equivalent to, we are going to have our x to the power of 3, since 2y to the power 0 is 2. Then we have plus our 3x squared. Then 2y to the power 1 doesn't change anything, so we are going to have times our 2y, plus we are here, we are going to have our 3x, 2 to the power 2, that will be our 4, y to the power 2, that will be our y squared. Then we have plus x to the power 0, that's 1, so we have our 1. Then 2 to the power 3, that will be our 8, y to the power 3, that will be y to the power of 3 like that. So we are going to get our final answer to be x cubed plus 3 times 2, it will be our 6. Then we have x squared y like that. Then we have 3 times 4, this will give us our 12 like that. Then we have 12 y squared like that, 12 xy squared, so it's xy squared. Then we have plus our 8y to the power of 3. So this is how we solve that one. Then if you get, let's say, another one that is like this, 2x minus 5 to the power of 5 like that. To expand this, you are going to get something that is equivalent to, so to expand this, what we are going to do is same approach. The power is 5, so we are going to end at 5. So we are going to have 1, 1, 1, then 2. 1 plus 2, that's 3. 1 to 2 plus 1, that's 3. 1 outside, 1 outside. 1 plus 3, that's 4. 3 plus 3, that's 6. 3 plus 1, that's 4. 1 outside. Then we have 1 plus 4, that will be 5. 4 plus 6, that will be 10. 4 plus 6, that will be 10. 4 plus that, it will be 5 like that. 1, 1. So you are going to end on 5. So we are going to write these as pairs until 6 terms, since the power is 5. So we are going to have our, what value is that? We have our 2x like that. You write negative 5 like that. Leave some space. You are going to write 2x negative 5 plus 2x negative 5. So write like this. You can see how I'm leaving space. Then you have your 2x to the negative 5 like that. 1, 2, 3, 4 plus you have your 2x negative 5. Then finally you have your 2x negative 5 like that. So then we are now going to put the power. It will be power of, since it is 5, it will be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Then you have your 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. So before we put our coefficients, I think we can still put them. There's space. So you are now going to put these coefficients. So 1 here, 5 here. Then you have, okay, we can put the coefficients later. Then just add them. 2 to the power 5, that's 32. X to the power 5, that's x to the power 5. Negative, that's negative 5 to the power 0. Any number to the power negative or any number to the power 0, provided that it's in brackets, it's equal to positive 1. If it's not in bracket, it will be negative 1. So that is the value we are getting there. Then the next value we are going to have is 2 to the power 4. This will give us a value that is equivalent to 16. 2 to the power 4 is 16. Then we have x to the power of 4. Negative 5 to the power 1, it will be negative 5 like that. Then 2 to the power 3, it will be our 8. 2 to the power 3, it will be 8. X to the power 3, it will be x to the power 3 like that. Then we have negative 5 to the power 2, it will be 25, positive 25 for that matter. Then we are going to have plus 2 to the power 2, it will be 4. X to the power 2, it will be x squared. Negative 5 to the power 3, it will be equal to negative 125 like that. 2 to the plus, we have our 2x. Then we have negative 5 to the power of 4. So if we are saying that negative 5 to the power 3 is equal to 125, negative 125, because 5 times 5, that's 25, times another 5, it will give us 125. So now, if we are to say to the power of 4, negative 5 to the power of 4, we are going to say 125 times our 5, it will be another 5, it will be 5, remainder 2, because 5 times 5 is 25, so we are going to write 5 remainder 2. 5 times 2, that will be 10, plus 2, that will be 12, so 2 remainder 1. 5 times 1, it will be 5 plus 1, that will be 625. So we are going to have 625 like that. So we have 625 like that. Then we have plus 2x to the power 0, that will be our 1. Negative 5 to the power 5. So here we are getting a positive value, because any number which is in brackets to the power an even number, it could be 2, it could be 4, it could be 6, is always positive. So now continuing, we know that 5 to the power of 4 is equal to 625. So we are going to now multiply our negative. So we have, this is the same as 5 times 5 times 5, negative 5 times negative 5 times negative 5, that's 625. So we are only missing another multiplied by negative 25 or negative 5 to come up with negative 5 to the power of 5. So multiplying our 625, ignoring the negative, we are going to have times this, it will be 5 times 5, it's 5, 25, 5 remainder 2. 5 times 2, that's 10, so plus 2, that will be 12, remainder 1. 5 times 6, it will be 30, 30 plus 1, it will be 31. So we are going to get our 31. So we are here, 2x to the power 0, that's 1, times, we have 31, 25 like that. Then all we have to do is, we are going to multiply. So we have our 32x to the power 5 plus our negative 5 times this. Okay, so since we don't have the calculator, I'll avoid multiplying this. We are going to multiply later. So since it was the power 5, that's why I avoided putting coefficients, because I didn't have space. So I can say now adding coefficients. So adding coefficients means we are going to get this bunch. So getting this bunch, we are going to have, we have our 32. Let me even put it here, 32x to the power 5. So we put times the 1 that is here, but 1 won't change anything. Let's save space. So I can put 1 here. So we have times 1. Then we have plus. We have 16 times negative 5. So we also have this 5. So we can say plus we have our 5 times, we are going to have our value, which is our 16 times negative 5. You can write it like this. Then we have the next one is 8x cubed. So we have our 10 first. So we can write plus our 10. The next coefficient is 10. Then write whatever is there. So we have our times our 8x cubed times our 25, like that. Then we have plus another 10. It will be 10 like that. Then we have our 4x to the power 2. Then we have times negative 125, like that. Then the last, so the coefficient here is a 5. So we have used 10, 10. Then we are on 5. So we can write our 5. Where are we? So we can write plus our 5 by the value that is there, which is our 2x by 625, like that. Then we also have plus our last coefficient, which is a 1. So we are going to put 1 and our 3, 125, like that. So here, just needs to be careful. Negative 5 to the power 5, that will be a negative value there. Is there any other mistake? No. So this is what we have. So we have put all the correct signs. So it's negative 5. It's only that I said that when multiplying, we just ignored that, but you're supposed to know it. So we have our 32x to the power 5. Then you multiply this 16 times 5. So you must be critical in your multiplication. You cannot multiply 5 times 5, then you have 25 times 16. It will be a bit difficult for you to be able to multiply. So let's multiply together. So what are we going to have? We have our 5 times our 16. It will be equal to, or negative 5 times 16. This is going to give us a value that is equal to 80. So if you multiply, we are going to have 6 times 5, that's 30. So it's 0, remainder 3. So we have our 80, negative for that matter. So negative 80 times the 5 that is outside, we are going to get 0. Then 5 times that value, we are going to have a 40. 5 times 8 is 40. So we are going to have our 400. Where is our x value? X to the power 4. Forgot here. So x to the power 4. So we are going to have plus our 400 x to the power of 4. Then we are going to move on to this. So be careful. 10 just adds a 0. So first multiply this. So what are we going to have when we multiply that? We are going to have our 25. We are going to have our 25 times our 8. 5 times 8, that will be 0. It will be 40. So 0, remainder 4. 8 times 16, or 2 times 8, that's 16, plus 4, that will be equal to 200, like that. So we are going to write, we have 200, 8 times 25, that's 200, times 10. That will give us a 2000, since 10 just adds a 0, x to the power of 3. Then we have, why are we writing negative here? So just be careful with the signs. Negative. Then here we have 4 times negative 125. So we have 4 times 125. This will give us 5 times 4. That will give us 20. So it's 0, remainder 2. 4 times 2. That will give us 8 plus 2. It will be equal to 0. So it will be 10. So it's 0, remainder 1. 4 times 1, that's 4. Plus 1, that will be a 500 like that. So we are going to have, when we multiply 8 times, not this one, but here, 4 times negative 125, that is giving us a 500, negative for that matter. So we are going to write negative, just be careful with the sign, negative 500 times 10, we are going to get a 5,000. Then we have our x to the power of 2. Then we have plus. When we get our 625 times our 5, this will give us a value of 5 times 5, that's 25. So 25, it will be 5 remainder 2. 2 times this value, 2 times that, it will be 0. It will be 10 plus 2, that's 12 remainder 1. Then we have 5 times 6, that will be 30, plus 1, that will be 31. So right in here, we are going to have, so we are here, so we have multiplied 5 times this value. So we are going to have, we are multiplying 2x times 5 times this value. We have found it's 31.25 like that. Then we have minus our 3125 like that. Then finally, we are going to have a value that is equivalent to, the final value will be our 32 x to the power 5 minus 400 x to the power of 4. Then we have plus our 2000 x to the power 3 minus 5000 x to the power 2. Then we have plus 2 times this value, it will be equal to 3125 times 2, it will be 0. Remainder 1, 2 times 2, that's 4, plus 1, that's 5. 2 times 1, that will be 2. 2 times 3, that will be 6. So we are going to have 6,250. So we write 6,250. Then we attach it with this x. Then we have minus 3125 like that. Then this is our final answer like that. So this is our final answer that is required for that question. So this whole answer is the final answer. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you would like, subscribe, and share for more. See you in the next tutorial.